have been called. We definitely have time to recognize. I'm going to recognize Mr. Lieu, and then I think at that point we'll stand in recess. I do think that this is likely to be a lengthy vote series. So the witnesses, if we're in recess for an hour, how is your schedule? Would you be able to reconvene at that time? Okay, so that'll be the plan. So the chair now recognizes the gentleman from California for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. We've heard some numbers today from the Heritage Foundation. There's other institutions that have also done economic analysis, and I'd like to put those on the record. So last month, the Council of Economic Advisors released its latest economic analysis of the administration's executive actions. My question is going to be for Ms. Mousavian. It's true, isn't it, that they estimated that these actions would raise America's GDP level by between $100 billion to $250 billion over the next 10 years?
Yes, that's correct. I believe the estimates are between 90 to 210 billion, according to the Center. According to that same study.
It would also reduce the federal deficit by $30 billion over the next 10 years.
That's correct.
So let's look at it another way, which is if we were to eliminate these actions, we also had some analysis on that. In January, the Congressional Budget Office and the Joint Committee on Taxation made some estimates of what would happen if we eliminated the deferred action for parental accountability and the deferred action for childhood arrivals. They said, isn't it true that that would actually increase the federal deficit by $7.5 billion over 10 years?
Yes, that's correct.
And those two institutions are nonpartisan or bipartisan, correct?
Yes.
And then it's also my understanding that the Joint Committee on Taxation estimated $14.9 billion may be spent on EITC, but it'll be offset by $22.3 billion in additional Social Security payroll taxes. Isn't that correct?
Yes, it is.
All right. So I'm going to reserve the balance of my time to make a statement, and it's going to be directed to Mr. Rector, not so much on the substance of your testimony, but just on the tone of it. And I think it's easy for people like you and me who wear suits and ties and work in offices to cast aspersions on those with a 10th grade education. And I certainly hope you're not saying that only those with college degrees or high school degrees should be eligible for federal benefits. But let's talk about some of these folks with the 10th grade education, such as Maria Isabel Jimenez. She was a farm worker, 17 years old. She worked for 9 hours one day in a farm near Stockton in brutal heat without shade or water, and then she collapsed. She was taken to the hospital. Her body temperature was 108.4 degrees. She died 2 days later. When I was in the California State Legislature, I had the opportunity to meet over many years many farm workers who've had families die in brutal conditions in the heat so that you and I can have less expensive orange juice, cheaper artichokes, less expensive garlic. And I just want to suggest that people like Maria Isabel Jimenez, and you kept talking about net contributions, that her net contribution in dying so that you and I can have cheaper grocery bills so that we can spend less, she's given far more to American society than you and I ever will. And I yield back.
The gentleman yields back.